All right, guys. We are live here for the 2024 Arnold Classic finals for Classic Physique. And we are going to then go into the men's bodybuilding open prejudgings. And it's going to be an exciting show. We had the Classic Physique um, this morning. Just going to share my screen here with you guys. That was a very controversial prejudging. And let me go there. They're still in the pre-show, so we're not missing anything yet. All right. Excuse me. Should be popping up there. All right. So again, the pre-show is on right now. They're just rambling on, killing time. And then we have women's fitness, wellness. I think they're throwing in bikini. I didn't even see bikini in the morning show. They didn't have that. So that's coming on. Hopefully they kind of streamline through it quick so we don't have to wait because we are all here for Classic Physique finals. And then we're going to watch bodybuilding prejudging, which is going to be a crazy battle. Let's see. I want to share. Move that out of the way. There, can you see that? So let's just kind of look, excuse me, over the Classic Physique competitors that we saw and kind of analyze it. We got some time here, guys. Again, thank you for joining the last live stream we did. We had over 1,800 live viewers watching at a time and record breaking for me. So really appreciate you guys. Please remember, if you haven't already, to subscribe and like. I am running a contest as well with Mutant Supplements, which is the title sponsor for the Arnold Classic Ohio. And so basically all you need to do, we're doing a giveaway. Okay. $100 in value of supplements and swag from Mutant. And Jim, the CEO of Mutant, sent me a text message and said, hey, I might even throw in a special secret gift that's one of a kind. So that's on the line here. It's open to North American subscribers, users only, because we got to ship the product within North America. And what you need to do is go to Mutant TV on YouTube and subscribe if you haven't already, and go to Mutant Nation on Instagram and follow the page. And also, please, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to Muscle Discord and follow Muscle Discord on Instagram, again, at Muscle Discord. It's at the top of the chat page here. You can see all the details for the contest, the giveaway. And don't forget, if you use promo code TSINK20, you're going to get 20% off all Mutant supplements. So just wanted to get that right off the bat. Remember to enter the giveaway, and we will announce the winner tomorrow at finals. So let's take a look at who we got here first. Let's look at Urca. Urca was kind of disappointing to a lot of people. You know, he did look sharper a day or two out from the back. He still needs to bring up those arms. He looks good. Urca still can fight for that second place position. Glutes look better here versus what we saw on the live stream. He looked a little washed out. And again, he's not completely contracting the glutes, so they looked a little softer there. But in the beginning of that pose, you could see the glutes were standing up pretty good. His color is a little dark and a little blotchy, which also hampered his look. But he's on the money for sure. Is it enough to beat Dino? I don't think so. Is it enough to beat Vissers? I don't. I don't know. Things could change here if he looks better at the finals here in a little bit. So, in my opinion, I have Vissers at least getting second, judging by how they left him in the lineup next to Dino, and just judging overall just how he looked, which was tremendous. He made tremendous improvements. So, who here in the chat has Vissers winning or wants Vissers to win? I think it would be awesome to see Wesley win and take out Dino. Dino is great. He looks good, but he doesn't really look different. He looks the same. Conditioning is the same. Size looks the same. I thought he might have put on some muscle tissue. I'm sure he must have put on some muscle tissue. But, I just don't really see a vast improvement. Like you compare that to C-Bum, who makes improvements every year. He gets better. Remember that one year where his back was kind of shitty and then he came back and his back was like on another level? That's what Dino has to do. You have to make tremendous improvements year to year to stay on top. If you're just looking the same year after year, someone's going to bypass you. And now maybe Wesley can do that. Let's take a look at Wesley. Super impressed with Wesley Vissers. He was on the money, very polished. Color is perfect. Posing is good. The only pose that I think he needs a little bit of work on is that back double bicep. He looks great on the side chest. Right there. So let's analyze the back double bicep. See, he's not really tensing the glutes enough there. He's got the glutes, but then you forget to tense them, and then you're like, well, what are you doing? So it's just that mind game. You got to just remember to be tensing your entire body in that shot, and he forgets to do it. A little bit of maybe inexperience. I don't know. His coach should be on him about that. But he looks really good. The legs are a little slender, right? The legs, like, yeah, I can see quite enough, big enough, right? I see some of the comments here in the chat. Might not be there yet, but he's made improvements. They do look a little bit better, his legs. His chest is tremendous. Great chest development. Arms are bigger than Dino. Upper body is bigger than Dino. He's beating Dino in some shots. I think he beats Dino in the side chest. I don't think he beats Dino in the back double bicep. Front double bicep, I think he beats Dino. Ab and thigh, vacuum posed, I think Dino wins that one. So it's going to be close. And then you got your favorite classic pose, which is really hard to compare the classic poses because they're all different. So I don't know why they even do that one, but yeah, so that's Wesley. That's what he brought to the stage, and he is in the mix to either win, come in second. I think a lot of fans will be upset if he comes in third. Let's take a look at Dino. First thing that always pops out to me is his great ab development. Conditioning is good. He's got good vascularity in the legs. Something that Wesley doesn't have in the quads is the vascularity. Dino doesn't have the best bicep development. He doesn't have the peaks like, say, Brion has. He looks polished. The color looks good. Check out the back double bicep. So that's where he beats Vissers. He got a nice classic pose, and he looks more. I don't know. It's a tough call. I just think he might be a little bit more complete than Vissers, especially in the quads and the balance with the upper body, where Vissers is a little bit unbalanced or has that imbalance from the top to the bottom, where his legs are too slender for his tremendous wide lats and shoulders. Right? You got to have symmetry in this as well. Yeah, and then you got, like you said, Dino with the, taking the title and having all the popularity and millions of fans on Instagram and the whole country of Brazil behind him. That puts pressure on the judges. And it puts pressure on the sport of, for classic physique and who you want to represent it and who's the next in line to take over Sebum when he retires this year. Sebum's retiring this year. He's not doing another year after this. Too many injuries. He's a father now. So I think Sebum's done after this year. Let's take a look at Brion. That's one of the best double biceps ever. The bicep peaks is ridiculous on Brion. Tremendous upper body conditioning, separation between the muscles. Back double bicep. The detail in that back is on another level. Hams and glutes look really good. The glutes are good. They're there. They're good. The polish to his physique is good. Color, all those things add up, and the judges take that into consideration. Side chest. Good side chest. All his side shots are good. Well, very well balanced in the side shots, and then he's a little bit imbalanced with this front shot because his quads, but he makes it work by how he poses, and that's where he kind of outshines Urca. So who has Brion ahead of Urca? Okay. Yeah, I would have Brion ahead of Urca, but it's going to be close. They're going to rejudge in the finals here. And if Urca comes in better, which I'm sure he's going to, because I'm sure he got a lot of feedback online saying, "What's going on, bro?" And he's going to bring it. But so is Brion. Brion can get better. He can get fuller. Yeah, I'm all for Brion being third. If I could have it my way, I would have Vissers in first, Dino in second, Brion in third, Urca in fourth, and Michael in fifth. Let's check the live feed. Yeah, so they're just doing fitness, guys. So I can't. Sorry. Arnold's talking. We can listen to Arnold a little bit. Let's see. Let's see what Arnold is.
Well, this routine, the fitness routine, is 2/3 of the scoring. So regardless of what happened during the physique portion of the scoring, these girls can come and nail a phenomenal routine and jump ahead.
it's great what they can do, but it's just not something I want to watch. They're very talented to be in this type of shape and do these routines, but it's just something that I don't think draws a crowd. So they throw it in front of classic physique and stuff like that, and it's just we gotta sit through it. But and they got to do their awards, and then they gotta. So this could be a while. It's gonna be a while. What time is it? It is 4:15 Pacific Standard Time, 7:15 Eastern Standard Time. So classic, and then we got prejudging. We got prejudging for men's bodybuilding. So we will be here for a bit, folks, before we can actually watch what we want to watch. I'm gonna find some more video of prejudging. Let's see. I think uh, they had some stuff on here with the class. Check this out. You know, Vissers just looks good in that front double bicep. Side chest, I give that to Vissers. He's just so dominating. His size is just kind of like C-Bum up there. Back double bicep. I don't know that Visser's back actually looks more dense and thicker than Dino's in that shot. It's just the lower half that's Dino's winning on the lower half. Yeah, I give the ab and thigh and the vacuum to Dino. His abs are just better. And then they both do the same classic pose, so at least we get to compare those ones equally. I might have been paying attention to Urs because there's just nothing there to. I'm just not seeing it on with Urs. You see Dino and Visser's color is perfect. It's like the same, and then you have Urs who's way too dark and blotchy, and he's turning too far to the side. So you kind of compare them. Just really off show for Urs. He's too far away from Vissers. He needs to get closer. Henry Thompson says Dino will win, but I know it's razor close. Believe the new rivalry between Dino and Wesley, yeah, just like C-Bum, his structure will eventually outmuscle everybody. Yeah, is Dino at his weight cap though? I think he's at the weight cap. So what can he do? Unless he's not. Yeah, I have Brion beating Urs. Did this everything's popping more out of Brion's physique? Yeah, I think Dino is maxed out. The legs haven't gotten bigger. Hey man, thanks Project Bodybuilding. If you guys aren't already following Project Bodybuilding, go follow him on YouTube. Great channel. Yeah, it's crazy how the age of Brion in his 40s and Dino and Brion is holding his own still. Like Dino could do this for another 20 years, which is crazy. I don't think he's going to do that, but who knows? So it does look like I just can't see them giving it to Vissers yet. Politics does come into play. So where is everybody from here in the chat? I always like to ask that question. Me, I am from Vancouver, BC, Canada. Modesto. Have not been to Modesto. Been to California many times. Michigan. Been to Michigan. Detroit. I've been to Columbus 12 times. Been there for the Arnold all those years. When I was working with Mutant, I love the Arnold, Ohio. One of my favorite expos to go to. If you haven't been, try to get out to one. It's worth it. Yeah, the Detroit Pro. Let's check out Arnie. What is he talking about? Fitness is still on, guys. What do you think about this? What do you guys think about having the fitness and ahead of classic physique and the bigger divisions? Do you feel like you're being forced to watch this? Okay. Let's go back to Instagram. And I agree. I'd rather chat about classic physique. Let's talk about men's open bodybuilding. New Zealand. Never been. Definitely would love to go to New Zealand. Georgetown. I've been to Atlanta, Georgia. Great city. Been to Denver, Colorado. We did the Mutant Mansion in Denver. We rented out a house. That's when we had Rich Piana with us. So me, Rich Piana, Johnny Jackson, Manuel Romero, Gabe Mackesy, if you remember that guy, Ron Partlow, all got in this big mansion and we film and we train and we film ourselves eating, and it was pretty cool. We used to do those Mutant Mansion episodes. They still do them, but those are the glory days, especially with Rich Piana. Seeing him eat his Ben and Jerry's at like 11 p.m. at night before he, before he goes to bed. He would just have a huge tub of Ben and Jerry's right before you go to bed. When you're just not supposed to be having carbs and sugar, that's when he would eat it. But to be honest, he didn't eat a lot of food, Rich Piana. He didn't eat a lot. He didn't, I guess he didn't need to, but so okay, let's go through Samson. If you're not already following me on Instagram, Muscle Discord, please do. I do all the updates like this. I do analysis of each competitor getting ready for the show. Very detailed analysis. So, um, yeah, Samson, as you can see in this shot here, when he's hitting that most muscular, his midsection is protruding a little bit, which concerns me. But he doesn't have that when he's hitting the front double bicep. He does do a little bit of a vacuum, but we're gonna see. We are gonna see how Samson looks on stage. We all know he's not going to be as conditioned from the back as Hadi. He's going to look tremendous from the front. He's going to look like the Mr. Olympia champion from the front. He's going to look dominating because he's so tall. He's so big. But Hadi Choopan has already beat Samson Dauda at the Olympia just 4 months ago. So for Samson to come into the Arnold and then beat Hadi, when you know Hadi Choopan is going to be more conditioned, you know that's what they're working on. You know that's why Hadi came to the US 3 weeks before the show, trained with the genius super coach, Hani Rambad, one-on-one for 3 weeks. Just imagine what they did in that time. Samson flew into Columbus 5 days before the show. I'm sure he was jet lagged. I'm sure he was holding water. He was running around doing a 7-hour drive to Pittsburgh to have a meeting there. And you got to drive back while you're depleted. Not very smart, in my opinion, to be doing those type of things, which could affect how you look. So right now I have Samson getting second. Team Williams. This really don't know if this was 1 week out, but supposedly it was. And you know what? He did tighten up more after this video was taken. So I don't have Hakeem in my top 6. I have him in 7th. But who knows? This is such a hard and unpredictable lineup. We got Raf, who I think in my predictions, I have him in 5th. Probably some of you don't agree with. And but he could be as high as 3rd. He's definitely not taking out Hadi or Samson. He just doesn't have the size to do that, nor the density to his muscle. But he looks good. You think Raf is in 3rd? Yeah, I mean he could be 3rd. Dave Palumbo says Antoine is going to be 3rd, which I don't think so. Where are we at? Fitness? No, not done. Samson has nothing to worry about against Hadi Samson, as he's beaten Hadi. And now since then, Samson has improved and looks so much better. I don't think Hadi is tall enough for his size. Samson has a bunch of obligations with Fuad and the hostile team as well. Yeah, so why didn't Samson come to the US like 2 weeks out and train with Fuad and do a store appearances and train and get acclimatized? He takes 5 days before the show. You show up, then you're jet lagged from the time difference. It doesn't make sense. You want to be a champion, you gotta do things like a champion. That what I saw Hadi Choopan doing was a smart move. Again, Samson can beat Hadi, but I don't know. It's too hard to tell right now. Um, De La Rosa. So I have De La Rosa in fourth. Probably most of you won't agree with that. Controversial placing for De La Rosa, but De La Rosa is shredded. He's ready. The glutes are peeled, lower back is peeled, and he's complete top to bottom, front to back. Same, you know, structure to. No, they're still doing the fitness. They have to do fitness. They have to do wellness. So it's just gonna take a while, guys. What do you think De La Rosa is gonna place in the men's open bodybuilding? Antoine V. No, the Arnold isn't finished. We're just waiting for the classic physique competitors to come on stage and finish their finals. Yeah, people say he's not big enough. We're gonna see how he compares. Again, this is John. Shredded to the bone. Quads look big, vascular, dried out. So I don't know, guys. You may be shocked with what he's going to bring to the stage and how he looks, but we're going to see. Is he going to bring it to the stage? A lot of guys look like this, and then they get on stage, and then they don't. They don't bring it. So we're going to see. Yeah, Hardy. His posing is okay. Let's check back and see where we're at. Oh, Hardy. I did one on Hardy. James looks good. That's another guy. James Holly said that could be a dark horse in the show too. I mean, he's huge. He's going to be one of the biggest guys on that stage. Justin says Samson, no biceps peak, so he needs a tad of size on the arms to add pop. His back is on track to improvement, but still needs better conditioning. Yeah, so you got to look at it. Samson beat Nick Walker last year at the Arnold. Nick Walker was in better condition than Samson. Um, so you can see that the judges are willing to give Samson the win when he's not as conditioned, but he wasn't as conditioned as Hadi was at the Olympia, and he lost to Hadi. So it's weird. Like that's why this is so unpredictable. Yeah, I may just let it run through. It's going to be a while before we get to men's open. It's very hard to predict. Akeem Williams could come in super shredded from the back and then be in that top 4 or 5 and push out De La Rosa. Akeem could push out Raphael. So yeah, trust me, guys. I do not want to see the fitness, but they put him on first. We gotta wait. So Samson, this was Samson 5 days out. And again, it's 5 days. The glutes don't look bad. This is terrible lighting where it washes the physique out. Everyone looks terrible in this lighting at the NPC headquarters. Mo Shaban, I think he's just going to be lacking in the size. He's bringing the conditioning. Um, he's just, you could say, that's kind of like John De La Rosa, but John is more complete than Mo. Let's just put it at that. This is a different physique. Yeah, Urs has arms of a 12-year-old female gymnast. It's pretty sad. I mean, I don't know. It's not sad. It's just that he doesn't have the genetics to get his arms bigger. He has very lanky, skinny looking arms. He's one of the most conditioned guys ever in classic physique. But those arms just are not getting bigger. You can tell he was like a naturally skinny guy when he was younger and just put on muscle. It's not like he was more of a kind of a bulky kind of Jay Cutler frame where when you see Jay Cutler as a teenager, he's just really round and bulky as a teenager. Earth was like a skinny stick as a kid. So he just put on muscle, but he still has the features of a skinny kid. Right. So even Sebum was more muscular as a younger kid than Earth. So let's go back to There we go. We got some photos, guys. Let's check out the photos while we wait. So that front double bicep, we have winning the front double bicep between Vissers and Dino. Excuse me. I have Vissers winning that pose. Do Vissers' legs actually look smaller than Dino's in this shot? They don't. They look the same, or if not, maybe a little bit bigger. I don't know. He doesn't have the vascularity like Dino has in his legs, but okay, they're talking. Let me go back here.
Great lineup for the Wellness International Final right here on stage. And we're going to start things off by our individual presentations so you can get a chance to see what the judges seen at our prejudging. Your first competitor was 7th right here at the Wellness International last year from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Please welcome Amanda Burnett.
You know, I don't mind wellness. The quads on these girls is ridiculous.
But do you know exactly? Do you come up with a set of notes? Okay, this is what you do better next year.
Well, my first year, I placed 8th among 16.
Yeah, let's go back to the photos here. So we have, I have Wesley beating Dino in that front double bicep.
The whole entire package.
Classic pose. I would give that to Dino. It's so close. Okay, here we go. Back double bicep. You can see now a little trick from Dino is he's closer to the camera than Wesley is. You can see his arm is in front of Wesley's arm because he knows he looks smaller than Wesley, so he's trying to do a little cheap shot and be closer. Good for him. That's how you do it. But Wesley is unaware, and it doesn't matter because Wesley still looks bigger than Dino. But Dino's taking advantage of that for sure. Man, Wesley's back looks really good. The back double bicep, it's shaped right. You look at Dino's back, the flare from the armpit insertion down, there's no round outward sweep to the lat. It's just a V. It's just a straight V. With Urca, it rounds out his lat's flare. Dino doesn't have any of that. Dino needs to bring up his back more. Sebum has that. Vissers has it. Dino doesn't. He's missing that. So he's losing this back double bicep pose. In my opinion, to Vissers, the lower half, the hamstrings and glutes, Vissers needs a little bit of work, but it's not that much. Dino's arms overpower his back. Yeah, I don't know if they overpower. Because you got to look at when you really look at it and break it down, look at Vissers' arms. The peak comes up. Dino doesn't have any peaks. So his peaks are almost under the delt line, right? You look at Brion's back double bicep, you're going to see his peaks are way up over the delt line. Again, a lot of people don't look at it that way, but those are the little minute details you need to look at. To say his arms are overpowering his back. No, I don't think they are. What other shots they have here? Side chest. Okay, you have to look at it as a complete pose, top to bottom. Wesley is winning on the upper body. He's thicker. The arm is bigger. The delt is bigger. The chest is better developed. Then you go down to the quads. The hamstring sweep on Vissers is a little slight compared to Dino. And what Dino is beating him on is that glute development is a little thicker, so it rounds it out a little bit more. Versus Vissers, it's a little slight in the glutes, so it makes it look a little like straight going into the hamstring. Versus Dino, his glutes round out a little bit more and give it a little bit more symmetry to the leg. So Dino's calves are bigger than Vissers. Mark says the stage is better this year. Just looks not too much lighting, unless it's the. I agree with that. The lighting is much better. Ab and thigh vacuum pose. Who do you guys have winning this shot? Wesley's legs a bit better. No, yeah, Wesley's legs are improved. I have Dino winning this shot because when he goes into the ab crunch down, his abs are better. They pop out more. So, but and then okay, the details. Look at the little details. So look at Dino's waistline into the hip insertion. Look at Wesley's. Wesley's is more straight up and down, where Dino's tapers into a tiny ass little waist. Okay. So you have to look at those details. And it's the density of the quads and the vascularity in Dino. I think he takes that pose. So look at the waist. Look at the size of the waist compared to both of them. Dino has a smaller waist. That is it for those photos. Is there any shots of Brion?
Actually, not that having to give so much.
Yeah. No, there's no. This guy always has good updates. You see Urca in the front of a bicep? He's too twisted to one side. So there's no way we can compare him to Vissers. Yeah, hopefully the coach tells him, hey man, smarten up with the posing because you're killing yourself trying to do this. I'll face the judges more. You don't have to do that. You really don't have to do that. Brion is doing it slightly, but he's a pro at it. He's not overdoing it. Urca is just completely like almost sideways on the stage. It's just, I don't know. You think it's his first time doing this? Again, he's hitting an oblique shot here, or maybe he just did the ab and thigh and then he went to oblique. But Brion looks small compared to Dino and Vissers. Vissers is massive. Like he's big compared. Like Dino's a big guy, and the fact that Vissers, I've met Vissers at Dino's gym in Birmingham during Body Power, and he's huge. He's a big dude. Even though his legs look slender, he's a big dude. That's it for. We saw that. Yeah, and then we forgot about Michael, right? I think Michael should be in that mix too. He's just as big as Dino. Legs look a little bigger than Dino's. On the Michael on the far right there, number 5. You guys know who he is. Great quarter turn for Vissers. Guys, 20% off mutant subs. Use promo code TSINK20. 20% off all mutant subs. We are doing a giveaway as well. You can see the pinned comment at the very top with details. Fitness is, let me just check back here, guys, see where we're at. Oh yeah, we're on wellness. So we're getting there. Okay, guys, I'm going to quick bathroom rest stop. So what I'll do is just let this. Oops. There. Don't need that my desktop. Yeah. Let you guys listen to the wellness, and I will be right back.
Whose condition is not conditioned, who's got the proper muscularity in the lower body, who's too balanced, which people have to say who's one but not in spots.
It's something else here. The key position, so we need to make that clear that the size, the shape of the development, what we're looking geared towards that athletic look with a heavier development of the lower half.
Looks like you're starting from the back.
Yeah.
First Callout is not really the top,
Right.
top bill, so. This is something they started years back, you know, where they literally started the confirmation run from behind.
I kind of like it, to be honest with you, because sometimes when you do the top 3 or 4 first, everybody knows, and then they're not paying attention on the third follow up.
I know, but I think it's also perhaps keeping it just.
I like that too. I like that too. I just like that they're giving these girls a chance to be seen. Show panel judges there, so people know there are 7 judges. And the top score and the lowest score get thrown out. So there's proper average, it's not one person picking a full panel.
Especially for the quads, so it's a work, it's a work.
But I love that, you know, for Asians, you typically, you would think like, you hear that, oh, genetically it's from the muscle machine. It's a great example of the well-defined muscle that in size and shape.
But Asians are known for good legs. I'm not talking about to big muscle, guys too, and I have
Super impressed.
I don't know who runs the king competitor. And I was trying to do this, you know, big legs, that people don't roll with the legs.
You're ready to match up. Right now you see the comparison, you see the judges moving person from place to place, and what they're trying to do is settle on top competitors being next to each other so they can actually compare them efficiently. So
It's
All right, guys.
Legs, great proportion, even with the shoulders, very look, super tiny waist frame conditioning overall, not too much, just that nice fine line. And it's really tough to beat.
well, you know what I noticed, Janet, is sheep walks are really, really fine line.
So this, I think, classic physique would be coming on now.
But like the separation between her glutes and hamstrings is different than the belts, and it's like it's really stands out.
All right. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Wasn't that long, guys. 59 minutes it took.
The finals, we're gonna be up individual average for the teams, starting with your first competitor.
So I can't play this, guys, because of the copyright on the music. I can't play the sound while they're doing their routines with the video.
The young guy loves to be on stage, loves bodybuilding.
We'll see. Let me see if
It's gonna be a great routine.
no, I can't. Copyright. So we'll watch it together here. See if Urca has improved here. Okay, so whatever they have. Okay, the lighting is a little better there. Let me just move my mouse here. So right there. Okay. Again, we can't tell anything when they're by themselves, so his color looks better. It looks more evened out. He looks good here. Um, How do you guys think Urca looks here during his posing routine?
When I was competing, it was up to 13. Oh, that's right. I apologize. 215 to 230. I apologize. Sorry for that. Send off.
Callout. Our next competitor, a former USA champion, tonight making his Arnold Classic debut. Born in Guyana, now residing in Santa Monica, California, please welcome Damian Patrick.
Damian Patrick makes his way out there. I want to thank his sponsors and make this all possible. Good folks at Mutant and Fucked Up.
Mutant TSI and K20, 100% off.
Legs could use a little bit more muscle on them.
I gotta be careful with that music. So it looks like the lighting is a little darker for the routines here. Henry Thompson, who's not posing confidently? You mean Urca? Guys, if you're just joining, thanks again for viewing the stream. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so. I really appreciate your support. Please like the video as well. It means a lot to me, and I love doing these live streams with you. In the Muscle Discord community, been waiting all year for this show, first show of the year. So the season has officially begun. Yeah. Yeah, you could do black curtain. I don't mind this background. At least there's not video. It's stable. So it's not distracting. And their color seems to pop off the light blue pretty good. So it just looks different in the posing routines versus like prejudging and comparison rounds, but I think it'll be better for comparison rounds. All right. Here's Wesley. Oh, wow. Great. So who looks better now? Like even in the routine, Wesley looks way more impressive than Urs. Wow. He filled up. Coach said eat some carbs. Wow, his chest striations. Jeez. Guys, Vissers might win the show. We'll see. Wow. Exactly. Look at the difference between the routine we saw from Urs and how he looked. He's too dark. That's why you couldn't see him in the light as good. And you got Vissers, who's just polished. Just Urs is not beating Vissers. The judges are smoking crack if they put Urs ahead of Vissers. Look at that, most muscular. Wow. Very impressive. It's a lot of muscle. He knows he's in there. He knows he's in the mix. Good job, Wesley Vissers. Here we go.
Champion now, taking his time.
Oh, okay, yeah. Can't play the music. Okay.
It's definitely more lit. What I mean by that is, look at the torso, the chest, the abs, the abs in the back. And it actually accentuates it. It's very rapid, very rapid. Very sweeping bonds, and a small piece, and it all creates this perfect. Wesley is very thick torso.
Dino looks good, guys. He is impressive. Yeah, his condition is on. Wow. Okay. Who do you guys got? Vissers or Ramon? I don't know. It's close. I think Dino has a little bit more muscularity, but so does Vissers. Damn, it's close, guys. I don't know. I don't know. Plus, yeah, his waist is smaller than Vissers.
stage. He's definitely bigger at this show, but I don't think he's showing the same trademark condition. Dennis, you saw him at prejudging.
And that's why I said this morning, he made first call out again.
Right.
I was almost 100% sure that he would make first call out because I thought we're gonna see the same level when it comes to conditioning.
Right.
He was not, he's still in great condition. Guys, don't get me wrong. I don't want anybody to think I'm saying that, but for him, that's not his trademark conditioning. And I think that's why he doesn't have the most pleasing physique. And unless he comes in super peak, he looks better now than he did this morning.
Right.
But I don't think it's enough time. It's enough for him to move into the top four.
Make up the ground, right? Do you think he can get ahead of Brion possibly?
No.
Mm-mm.
So, like Dennis was saying, I think the shape matters, especially in classic more than anything else. And Michael's shape isn't the same as Wesley, Urca, Ramon. And so he wins by being the most conditioned. And so by slipping a little bit in the conditioning department, the judges are also seeing that. And they kind of measure you against your previous.
Yeah, a little bit surprised with Michael. He did look more conditioned leading into the show. I think he's a little flat and a little bit over dieted, and he just wasn't able to fill back in and bring out the striations and hop through the skin there. So
Please welcome from Sacramento, California, Kendall Richmond.
Kendall stepping out from the amateurs to the big stage.
Kendall has good genetics and good shape, lots of potential. Could pack on. I'm sure he has a lot of room in his, weight in his class and for his height to put on some more muscle, especially in the upper body. Well, man, the comparisons are going to be really good to see here for Classic. We got men's bodybuilding coming up next. Prejudging. Wow, thank you, Laugh, for the $9.99. I really appreciate it. Guys, I really appreciate your support for this channel and watching along. Awesome, man. Thank you, Laugh. Where are you from, brother? Phoenix. I've been to Phoenix. I've gone to the expo there. I don't know if they still have it there, but yeah, I used to go to that one with Mutant. I think Dusty Hanshaw used to live. I don't know if he still lives in Phoenix. Really appreciate it. Yeah, back in the days, yes, they had the expo. Oh, it was Europa. I think it was called Europa something Expo. This guy looks good. He's very conditioned. A little top heavy in the shoulders. Massive shoulders. Look at that. Jesus.
Disadvantage of having two wide shoulders. I don't.
Yes, actually, you can. Your shoulders are wide. You have to have legs to match it. So you would think automatically if you have really wide shoulders, it's gonna be great, it's gonna make your waist look narrow. But if your legs aren't too far, then you can start to look like a Y instead of an X. You wanna look like that.
They are up next. Mobina. They are up next. I think unless they throw in bikini or something and then shock me, but they didn't have bikini this morning. So I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're having bikini prejudging now and then tomorrow to the finals bikini. Like they do that crap. So
It's got really nice shape. It's just still a little bit. It's a little taller.
okay.
Nice shape though.
I forget the name of Ursa's coach, but he knows how to dial in his competitors. Like conditioning is always on. Massive delts on that guy.
I like the music choice.
USA champion, making his Arnold Classic debut here tonight from San Diego, California. Please welcome Eric Brown Jr.
Interesting how each competitor.
Music. Copyright. Gotta be careful. This guy's good. He's conditioned. He's vascular. Good posing. And he's got potential. SHAR1F1, thank you for the Euros. I really appreciate it, man. Where are you from? Guys, again, appreciate your support. I will be doing all the live stream shows, pro shows throughout the year. Today is also Bulgaria. Never been to Bulgaria. Awesome. As like I said, today is the 1 year anniversary from, last year on this day when I started the Muscle Discord podcast. And it's been an awesome ride ever since. I've had, Mr. Olympia on the show. I've had top pros on the show. Great interviews with them. Doing updates as much as I can. And now I'm doing these live streams. So I appreciate the support. Thanks, brother.
Now residing in Dubai. Derek.
Oh, music. This morning we did the prejudging for Class Physique, and we had 1,800 live viewers watching. So it's a little slower today. Maybe it's because it's the evening and there's overseas people. It's too late. I don't know. Less people want to stay up and watch, maybe. But hey, we're still doing okay. And wow, thank you again. Thank you, man. That is awesome, Laugh. You're killing me with these donations. Yeah, man, it's been a good year. The channel's actually grown pretty quickly compared to some of the other channels that are out there that have been there 3-4 years, and I've kind of surpassed them. So I really am so appreciative of the support. As we kind of go through these routines, if you guys don't know my background, I am a 2-time Canadian bodybuilding champion in both bodybuilding and classic physique. I was one of the first Canadian athletes to ever hold the title in both divisions. I worked for Mutant Supplements for 10 years. I was the marketing director there. So I got to work with all the athletes, including Rich Piana, very closely. Managed all of them, traveled the world, went to all the expos, partied with all the pros, been there, done that. So I have a lot of experience, and I decided to start this channel and give my experience and my analysis of what I see in these athletes, and I'm unfiltered. If you guys watch my YouTube shorts, I do previews of the athletes, and I'm harsh on it. I'll actually let you know when I did a video on Samson Dauda, and I said it looks like Samson Dauda has some gyno coming through, and that his midsection is protruding a little bit. Samson's wife messaged me on Instagram and was like, what are you talking about? He doesn't have this, he doesn't have that. And I'm like, calm down. I'm just right. Like, you don't need to contact people when they critique your husband. Right. And that was it was kind of funny because every time I post, Samson always likes my post, and he always says, thanks, brother. And he's really nice. And his wife reaches out to me and was all crazy. But anyways, getting off track here. Just killing some time. Now we got Brion. Let's watch this.
Here. In classic. Yeah, want to thank the good.
Thanks, Justin.
And buttoned up, making this all possible.
Among the tops of the first call out, he has so much detail from top to bottom.
So Dennis, I'd like to hear what you think as to why he is outside of the top three at a lot of these shows.
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, Brian Nasser, thank you so much
Right down the list, would it be
for the donation. I really, really appreciate it. Where are you from, Brian? Nasser reminds me of Nasser El Sambadi. I don't know if you guys know who Nasser El Sambadi is. Some of you may know.
pretty standing back and you see that the lats sink all the way down?
Detroit. Love Detroit. I've been there a few times. Oh, gotta be careful with the music there. Brion looks really good. Yes, Nasser. Brion, wow, look at that shot, that front double bicep. Arnold approves. He's giving him a little bit of a clap there. Okay, awesome, Brian. Nasser was massive. Huge lats. Remember Nasser's lats? They just were ridiculous from the front double bicep. Well, he's quite the character.
We get look at Brion, last one out. I'll start with you, Dennis. Your takeaway. What'd you think?
Yes, Ramon looks great. Wesley, it was very impressive from Wesley, so we expected Ramon to be there. But Wesley's really, really impressive. And Brion, again, even at his age, he's coming back and still holding his own. And I think the show is not over yet, so I can't wait for the confirmation round.
Yeah, you should see what they do. Fuad, I think Dennis nailed it. That was, in my mind, those were the top three. As Urca came out, Ramon and Wesley.
Yeah, I definitely agree with Dennis's judgment. My thing is this: it's kind of odd. I think Ramon is going to win, but I hope Wesley wins just to shake up the entire division.
I agree with
They're
that.
going to the Olympia with Chris, Wesley,
Yeah.
Ramon, and then you don't really know where it's going to go. So it'd be cool to see a little bit of a shakeup.
We'll see what happens. Let's go back to the stage and Bob Ciccarello.
Andreas, wow. True champion hanging in there. 3:25 a.m. Confirmation round. Let's go.
It seems like it's been so long since Urca was on the stage, but he was so impressive to come out first and did such a great job, great selection of music, his definition, everything was just spot on. It's like everyone came out.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see how Wesley looks here. I think he was pretty polished.
Confirmation, I was saying, things can change from
Yeah. Well, yeah. No. Okay, this is a second call out.
At this point, if you get called out, if you get called out in the first.
They know it because they got second call out this morning, so they know they most likely be the first one tonight. No surprise.
The guys, the gentleman second from the left, I don't remember his name.
Where are you guys? That is 3:25 a.m. right now. Let me turn down. This is the second call out, so we can talk over this. I have never been to Ireland. I want to go to Ireland. I want to go to Ireland and I want to go to Scotland because I'm half Scottish. If you can believe that. Thank you, Mo. South Africa. Nice. Never been there. Would love to go, of course. Cali. Time is it? Yeah, we're on the same time as California up here, Justin. So luckily we get to end the night a little early compared to some of these other people. Nice. Brian, you'll love the expo if you haven't been there yet. Yazan from Germany, welcome. Here we go, guys. Okay, back to focus time.
Switch, please.
Ooh.
Spread out.
You know, Ramon does look thick. Standing right there.
Wesley. Side check.
You know what? Ramon is looking more balanced than Vissers, and it's starting to show now. Yeah. I don't think Wesley's going to take it. Let's just keep going through the shots here. Dino's a little darker, a little more polished, and he looks a little more dense. Yes, Dino is going to win. Yeah, he knows. He knows it. Yeah. But Vissers, wow. Congratulations on second place. There it is. Yeah, buddy. Good job, Vissers, man. Good work. He's been hustling. He's been hustling these shows, trying to get up there. Finally, hard work pays off. Yeah, Ramon, you can see Ramon has tightened up. He's more vascular. He's getting harder as he poses here, guys. That tiny waist. Look at the waist. Yes. Yeah, Ramon is starting to pop. Wesley's there in that side chest, though. It's close. This is the money shot. Yeah, this the balance of the quad sweep on Ramon gives him the balance and gives him that back double bicep shot. Look at the quads on Dino. They're tight and vascular. Tiny waist on Dino. Yep. Yeah. It looks like to me, Vissers is kind of fading a bit, getting a little flat. Yeah, Wesley's fading a little bit. That's a great most muscular though for Wesley, but Ramon is he brought it back for the finals. Good job. Happy for Vissers. From Finland. Welcome.
Dead on, I really do. I had worked, I love Brion's physique. It's great. The more I look at it, the more I see.
Trying to catch up on that.
That's because of the height or the compactness of the muscle. But I'm looking forward to Ramon.
Horse is going to be pissed off. He was thinking he's going to win the show or come in second. Now he's in third, so he's, regressing, not progressing. Welcome from Pakistan. Super excited for Vissers, man. He improved. That the thing is, he improved. Urca didn't improve. So he left the door open for Wesley to slide in there. Brion in fourth. Well, hey, we don't know yet. I didn't even pay attention to the final lineup. What was Brion? I got to look at the positioning. I didn't see. I was chatting with you guys. But I don't know if they have Brion in fourth. Yeah, Brion definitely should be in third, but I don't know. Great class. Great. Everyone was pretty much shredded and in shape. So well done for the men's classic physique division. Okay, what are they doing here? Do not say bikini. Okay. Oh, they might do the presentation or awards for wellness and fitness, I think.
I think it's a phenomenal class. I think the top 4 or 5, or top 4 especially, are all very, very good, and they all have amazing physiques. Like I said, I think with Brion, I think the only thing holding him back might be the height. The other guys are a few inches taller.
Yeah.
But I really think it's Ramon's show to lose.
And we're getting ready for Classic to take the stage, Janet. So we're just kind of just getting warmed up. You've been quiet as of late. What's your takeaway from what we just saw?
I think this division for Classic is very tough because the top 3 or 4, I mean, it's very close. The nitty gritty in judging.
Yeah. All right, back down to the stage and Bob Ciccarillo.
All right, folks, I am told that guys are ready to go. This is your prejudging round 1 for our gentlemen.
Oh,
We've got 10 competitors here.
this is men's open bodybuilding, guys. Okay, here we go. This is what I've been waiting for. This is it, man. This is the most unpredictable men's open that I can remember it for the Arnold. It's so tough. Let's go. Who's there? Is that Antoine? That's Antoine, Akeem, Justin Rodriguez, Raphael, and De La Rosa. All right. I want to turn it down so we can talk here, guys. Ooh, right off the bat, De La Rosa looks really good. Raphael looks a little flat. Antoine's shape looks a little off and the symmetry isn't really good there. De La Rosa is popping to me in this lineup in the quarter turn. Antoine's symmetry is not, his upper body isn't there. De La Rosa's symmetry looks really good. Akeem is off. He's watery and soft from the back. Justin Rodriguez looks pretty good. I wish it wouldn't do this side thing because then it takes away from the size of the screen. You can't see the glutes here now. Okay. Guys, I'm excited for this. This is Justin Rodriguez looks a little bulky in the waist. First impressions, guys, what do you think for that lineup right there? Here we go, Samson. Hadi. Oh, this is good, guys. This is what we've been waiting for. Fuad, yeah, I've met Fuad before. He's kind of weird. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Fuad. Okay, here we go. James looks off. So does Horse. Hadi and Choopan, Hadi and Samson are on. Wow, look at this obliques on Hadi. Shredded. No obliques on Samson in that shot. He's just not posing properly. Glutes. Hadi is in. Samson looks good, man. The shape on Samson's very, very good. It's hard to take that out. And we can't really get the true detail of these guys from the video. So the judges are going to have a better eye on what they're seeing. But if we can see the striations on Hadi now in this video, imagine what the judges see. It's ridiculous, the density that Hadi brings. Look at the quad separation on Hadi. Sure, the shape isn't as nice as Samson, but Jesus. Hadi, he brought it, guys. He brought that condition. He's the most conditioned guy out of all these guys, Hadi Choopan. Even more so than Antoine. Horse does look puffy. He looks thick in the midsection. Samson looks improved. It's definitely going to be a battle.
New Jersey. Please welcome the Beats, Hakeem Williams.
Big boy, Akeem Williams. Unfortunately, the conditioning does not seem to be there.
He's very, very heavily muscled, one of the strongest guys in the IFBB.
I don't want to hear Fuad. We're here to chat, guys. We're here to discuss this together. So Akeem has so much potential. He has so much muscle density. he's just holding a film of water, and we did see. I have Akeem in 7th. My predictions. Wow, he looks good there. He's just not as tight as he needs to be. Look at the back. Something weird is going on with those lats. He's kind of got that thing where almost like Ian Valliere had, where the midsection of the middle insertion right there when he does the Christmas tree, it's missing. Right, so I don't know if Akeem is at the end of his road, but I think if he was tighter, he would be pushed into the top 6. But this is one of the reasons why I had Akeem in 7th. I just think he was just not bringing that condition that's needed. Okay, here's Antoine. So what my eye goes to right away is the thickness and the width of Antoine's waist. Right? And you can see he's a little thin in the chest. And he's a little flat from the back. But he is conditioned. It's a good side chest. One of his best poses is this Antoine side chest. Dave Palumbo has Antoine in 3rd. I have Antoine out of the top 6 in my predictions. I think I had him in 8th. Yeah. Just a funky kind of shape to the physique is what my impression is from Antoine. He is conditioned, but I don't know. It's not a pleasing physique, in my opinion. I don't know why Akeem can't come in condition, man. You know, this is his full-time job. He's got a full-time sponsor. All right, Justin Rodriguez. First thing I said when I saw him, his midsection looks a little chunky. I did not have Justin in the top 6 in my predictions. Yeah, look at that. That waist is thick. He is in good condition, though. I was worried about his conditioning, and it looks like he did bring it. No, I think Antoine is an amazing athlete. I competed with Antoine at nationals on the same stage with him, you know, when he was coming up. So I know Antoine. He's a great guy. I'm just thinking. I'm just like I said. I tell it like it is. I'm not here to be a fanboy and just be like, "Oh, he looks great. He's Canadian." No, man. I'm gonna say it like it is. That's it. Not hating. I don't hate these guys personally. I'm critiquing their physiques. That's it. But Fuad, I don't know. I don't know about Fuad. I have some. I have an opinion of Fuad. I think a lot of people do in this industry. I'm not the only one. Yeah, the midsection is thick on Justin. Okay, Rafael Brandeo. No, I know where he's Brian. It's all good. You know. What do you think of Brandeo? I mean, I thought the conditioning was looking really good leading into the show. Let's see from the back here. And I said in my lead in to the show that he may not be showing. Okay, the back looks good, but the glutes aren't in. And that's why I'm saying, why isn't Brandeo doing back double bicep shots leading into the show? Well, that's why. His glutes aren't ready. He's not ready. Again, I'm unfiltered here. I'm going to say it like it is, how I see it. And I called this leading into the show. He's ready from the pecs down to the midsection and the delts. but he's not ready from the back half down from the glutes and hamstrings. He needs another 2 or 3 weeks. And those are the worst physiques to coach when you have different fat dispositions throughout the body and you got to like try and time it. And it's frustrating. So he didn't look very confident there. John De La Rosa. Squeeze those abs, John. John looks good. He's better than Antoine. In my opinion, he's better than Rafa. Nice. Thick upper arm back development. Glutes are in, hamstrings are in. Christmas tree is in. Very complete package from De La Rosa. I had him in 4th in my predictions. He looks good. He looks good. We're going to see how he compares to the other guys. But individually, when you look good, that's a good sign. So he looks good. Good job, De La Rosa. Happy to see that, man. He's been doing this for so long. He's a veteran. Here's Samson. Here it is, guys. Let's see what we're working with here. He definitely got bigger. He's lacking in condition still. His conditioning is not better in the Olympia. I don't think it is. But Fuad is biased. Like I said, I have an opinion of Fuad. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of the back double bicep on Samson? I'm trying to read the chat and watch at the same time. He looks bigger though. Definitely bigger, which is impressive. We'll see how he looks in the comparison. His midsection is protruding there a little bit in those oblique shots. He looks good. We got to see what Hadi looks like. We'll see. His waistline is starting to show a bit, yes, because he put on more size. That's what happens. Go Hadi. Right there, he looks more conditioned than Samson just walking out. Vacuum. No, Arnold got up for this one. Did Arnold get up for Samson? I didn't see that. Hitting the vacuum on, wow. The waist looks good there in that shot. His color is a little on the weird color side. I can't, I don't know. The color's a little bit weird, but he looks shredded. Look at that, the obliques. Hadi looks really, really good. Wow. Whoa. The obliques, man. When you see obliques like that on guys, they're shredded. Samson doesn't have that. None of the guys have that. Maybe De La Rosa had a little bit of that. Glutes are in, hamstrings. His back has improved. Dennis James just said. Look at the quads. Look at the separation in the vascular. Wow. Hadi looks good, guys. You just saw Samson in the conditioning and you see this. I mean, what can you do? They're just apple and oranges here. And you got to make that call. Pose for pose. Who's winning? Pose for pose. Let's break it down. Pose for pose. Now, James did something kind of weird. He went to Texas and trained in the ridiculous Texas heat with Branch Warren a few days out. You can't do that. You can't do that type of stuff days out before the competition. And so he looks a little washed out and tired. Yes, HE Seraph F1. Yeah, I agree. I think it's Hadi, but we'll see. We got to see the comparisons. We got to see where the judges put him in the lineup. I think what we may see from James is he might start to tighten up the more he poses. I think he's in the top 6. For sure. James is in the top 6. He's just got so much muscle. Brion, man, thank you so much. Appreciate that. You're the man for that. Appreciate it. Brion, who do you have winning? James does look good. And he might give John De La Rosa a run, and he might take out De La Rosa because he's packing so much muscle. But we're going to see these guys side by side. See the waistline looks. It's good. This is a good competition. Brion has Hadi winning. Mark has Hadi winning. F1 has Hadi winning. Henry, Hadi, Laugh has Hadi winning. Okay, here we go. Horse MD. Now, I had Horse as 3rd place in my predictions, and I'm feeling bad for doing that. You win some, you lose some, I guess. Wow, he is way, way off. Milos, what did you do? You have one job. Get him in shape. Constantine 1492 has Dauda winning. Justin has Hadi. So yeah, Horse is holding water. Maybe he can tighten up for finals tomorrow. We'll see. Mo Shaban. The knock I have on Mo is he needs to bring those calves up. His quads are so dominant that it looks like they're on like, I don't want to say it, but he just got to bring up those calves, man. Come on. My mom has bigger calves than Mo. But he's in condition. Very, very good condition, vascularity, hardness to the muscle. We'll see what it is from the back, though. Yeah, all of Milos's guys are watery. Look at Mo. Let's see Mo's back double bicep. Yeah, looks good. His glutes aren't in as much as De La Rosa's. I think him and De La Rosa kind of compare a little bit from the stature standpoint. Yeah, Raph looked watery. Samson looked watery. I'm gonna say it. Samson looks watery. I mean, he just does, right? And Horse looks watery. So hire Hani Ramad if you want to look dry, or Peter, or sorry, Patrick. He's a good coach too.
And this time, split them in half on the diagonals. And of course, the call outs from our judges. Let's have our gentlemen on stage, please.
Samson, Hadi, Rafa, James.
Yeah, it's gonna be Samson, Hadi, Raph, De La Rosa, James. Hopefully, I want De La Rosa in that top 5. Let's see. Who do you have in the top 5, guys? Who's the first call out? Oh, I forgot Horse, but Horse is off, so I don't have him in there, but we'll see. De La Rosa, yes. Man, I made a controversial call on putting De La Rosa in that top 5, and so 6 guys they called out. Oh, they just added John Fuad. Okay. What? Why is Antoine in there? I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is what I tell you guys. I had John in 4th, my predictions. No one had John in the top 7, 6. Nobody. Very similar physique to, man, Samson's so tall and dominating on the stage there. John does look good. You have all these other YouTube creators out there that have these channels and they're like, no, De La Rosa is in 10th place. Like, no, man. If you know the sport, you know what you're looking at. I saw what he was doing. I saw the shape he was bringing. I'm like, he is in the mix. Wow. Look at that back double bicep on De La Rosa. Looks good. De La Rosa's glutes almost look better than Hadi's. And the shape is similar, but Hadi's back is much wider. Hadi's lats were the widest on that stage. Side tricep, I would give that to Hadi. The obliques, the abs, that goes to Hadi. Ab and thigh goes to Hadi. No one touches Hadi in the abs. It just cannot. So they kept Samson in the middle. Shredded Hadi. So but there's 6 guys up there. So is Hadi in the middle or is Samson in the middle? It's too hard to tell, guys. I can't tell you right now. Okay, they brought Antoine out of that. That's good. I do not think he should be in that top 6. This is going to be a battle, guys. Look at Horseman, second call out. Man, I really bought into the hype of Horse. He did look good leading into the show, but wow, what a disappointment. Yeah, that's true. You could. That's a good point, Henry. I mean, John doesn't have the size of these other guys, but he brought the conditioning that the other guys didn't, and he took advantage of it. Yeah, good point. And again, because of what I saw De La Rosa bringing, I'm like, this guy's going to be third or fourth, but we're going to see. If I didn't see John looking like that coming to the show, I would not put him in my prediction in that fourth spot. That's Akeem's shot right there, inside tricep. Rafa does look good. Like he's got a lot of size. Man, I would say Justin Rodriguez is ahead of Horse MD based on what they just did here. Same with Akeem. Man, what the hell? Milos was like hyping Horse up so much. When what the hell? Milos, like where was this one? Where look at he's soft in the glutes. It's loose skin back there. But if he tightens up for the Arnold Classic Brazil, then we'll see what happens with Horse. Yeah, Justin, the triceps are gone. They're missing. He still has a lot of mass, Justin. And he brought good conditioning, but the waistline's starting to get a little wide. As you can see there. Biggest disappointment is Horse MD. You can imagine how Brazil, like he's got a huge fan base. Big letdown. But it happens. He's a rookie. He's still learning the game. There it is. We know that at least. That's done.
Not this last group, but yes. Something I really want to see.
I think this time it's a little different. I don't think this is just for the front lat break. I think they really, and this is also prejudging, so they're still looking.
Get that out of there.
Want to see for sure, right? I mean, they got to really.
There. Pose for pose, guys. Check it pose for pose. Who wins the pose? Hadi Choopan is more conditioned and I think wins that pose. But there's so much size on Samson. Oh, that's close. I don't know. I am a fan of Samson's aesthetic. Wow, the Hadi's lats are so wide. Yes, Hadi, the video doesn't do Hadi justice, that's for sure. Side tricep goes to Hadi. That's another pose one for Hadi. And the judges can see that up close. So obliques, abs, that goes to Hadi. It's another pose won by Hadi.
I wonder if that was a correct issue. It's very different.
What about Samson's waist, Fuad? Come on, man. This is what I said about Fuad. He's so biased towards Samson. It's like too much. He'll talk about Hadi's waistline, but he won't talk about Samson's waistline. It's like Samson can do no wrong. Yeah, I think Hadi won. They didn't do any more work out there with them. They just pushed him off stage. So we'll see at the finals tomorrow because they're going to rejudge him tomorrow. It's not over yet, unfortunately. James Hollingshead looks very washed out. The delts don't look right there and how he's posing. Completely wrong. That's not how you know. James, what are you doing? First, second, third. Okay, Akeem is.
I really like
But John should be in the middle because the conditioning. I think John could be third. Come on there. He's beating Raph in that pose. I predicted John in fourth. So if it stays like this, I'm correct with that. And in Rafa, I had in fifth. But that gets screwed up because now Horse is not even in there, and I had him in third. Wow.
Wow. Yeah. See that.
Right.
So see it on Hadi. So that tells you how much better he might look.
Right.
You know.
See there, you see some
Relax.
detail in James' ad.
Anton and James switch.
There we go.
Okay.
Top five. Not to grow my hair out.
Back on the line, spread out, and hit a front double bicep.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Keeping Raph in the center means Raph is third.
I thought he.
Which is great for him. I mean, he plays third, if he plays his third, next to
Five chest.
two of the top three guys in the middle. Right.
Good job for John De La Rosa. Really happy for him, man.
Back double bicep.
Hunter, Andrew.
I just prefer John's physique to Rafa's right now. He's more complete.
Side tricep.
Make sure you be with an
I just listen. I love I love Rafa's physique. I just think Nick Walker, Hunter Labrada, Andrew, and these guys are all very big guys. You think Rafa could beat Andrew?
I don't even know if you're gonna see Andrew.
Yeah, we will.
But Raph does look good, guys.
I think Rafa's got a beautiful physique. I think he could be in the top 10 if he looked good. I just think
top six. I'm ready.
Thank you, gentlemen. Back in line, please.
But then again, if you look at these guys, so could be John De La Rosa, so could be James. Samson and Hadi.
Oh, they're bringing him back out. Okay, we're not done. This is close, guys. That means it's close. If they want to do this.
Supposing a lot. I don't think anybody's fading.
Both got great front doubles.
Body's so sharp.
Really?
Hey, let's go for post, side chest. Hadi. Obliques. Back double bicep.
This is the best Hadi since Vancouver.
No,
Yes, that's my opinion,
no,
guys.
because I think the year that,
Don't listen to Ford, that's my.
Don't listen to Fuad.
no, I was gonna say.
Don't listen to Fuad, please.
He was very good. He is very good.
I'm
Yeah.
looking at the whole company.
Side tricep goes to Hadi.
Like I said, you don't need to worry. I will
The appetite is tough to take away from body.
yeah.
Or ab and thigh goes to Hadi. Look at the protrusion of Samson's waist in that side oblique shot. Hadi's way harder and way more conditioned than Samson. Fuad. I don't know why they have Fuad on here because he's just so biased. You gotta have someone else commentating. Have me commentate at the Arnolds, okay? I'll give you the real talk about what's going on here. I think Hadi Choopan has it, but we'll see what the judges do. Man, that side chest is Hadi. Glutes, hamstrings, Hadi. Back thickness and density, Hadi.
Better while it goes.
Samson doesn't look like he's getting drier. I don't know what Fuad's talking about. Lat spread, Hadi. The tricep goes to Hadi. Look at the obliques, the abs. Samson's midsection protrudes a little bit.
Tell if Samson's fading or not.
Samson's fading. Hadi looks like he's drying out. Look at that vacuum on Hadi. Jesus. I'm not biased. I'm just telling you who I think looks better and is in better condition.
Hadi's still going. You made your decision.
So Dennis is going with Hadi. Fuad is going with his athlete, Samson.
Line up here at the 2024 Arnold. Find out. First and final.
Yeah. That was a battle.
It wasn't enough. I mean, they just kept going.
We want to listen to what they say. Let's see.
The judges had a hard time. I mean, whoever wins, the guy that gets second, shouldn't hold his head down because it was super close. But at the end, I have to give it to Hadi, to be honest, because his condition was just so outstanding. He held his condition. So did Samson. But it's also a matter of color. Samson is really dark. And I remember I saw that last year at the Olympia on stage. Sometimes it looks like he's not as conditioned. And when I went backstage, I saw him close up and he was really conditioned. So it might have something to do with this, that Hadi just comes across better because he's a little bit lighter.
All right, we're getting to that portion of the show. We're going to start handing out some awards, and it looks like it's going to be the Fitness International.
Okay, so fitness. Yeah, so the consensus in the chat is that Hadi is winning. There's a few that have Samson winning. I'm unsure because there's still the night show tomorrow where both of them get to improve. So, you know, it's tough. I really prefer Samson's physique over Hadi's. I've said that all along leading up to the show. I'm just really a stickler for conditioning, you know, and when you don't have that conditioning, which it looks like Samson once again doesn't have when he stands next to Hadi, it's just you're lacking something that that guy doesn't have. And I mean, Hadi's shape isn't that bad. His aesthetics, he does the vacuum. He's got the tiny waist when he hits the front double bicep, right? So it's close. And then, you know, Samson has some flaws where his midsection protrudes a little bit. The conditioning from the back isn't there. He looks a little soft in some of the poses. The obliques are like there's things that are missing. So you have to really narrow it down. It's very close. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. They've done this before where you think, oh man, there's no way that guy's going to, you know, win, or there's no way that guy's going to lose. And then they do it. And they do it. So they don't care. They really don't really. The judges are, I don't think they even think about that, but we'll see. They're going to do classic physique awards coming up here. So we are not finished. Yeah, classic finals is coming up. Guys, again, thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so if you can. And please like the video as well. That helps with the algorithm. And I really appreciate your support. That was a battle. That was a battle. Do you guys think Samson looked improved from the Olympia? Or even from his last shows? He did some European shows. I think he looked better at some of the European shows. But he did look bigger here. That's for sure. I think it's going to be Hadi Choopan first, Samson Dowd second, Raf third, John De La Rosa fourth. James fifth. It looks like Antoine might be in that sixth position. His rear double by does look a little bit better. Yeah, I would say that, Brion. Douglas Samson is not much improved. Bigger, yes, but not as sharp. Yeah, I agree with that. He kind of just looks the same Samson all the time. Like it's not. If Samson could just come in more conditioned, he would be the Mr. Olympia already. It'd be end of story. That's how much I believe in Samson's potential. But when you don't live up to your potential and you don't bring that conditioning like Phil Heath brings, that Roddy Coleman brings, that Dexter Jackson brings, that Sean Roden brings, and you stand, you know, Samson next to those guys, they're going to destroy him. They're going to literally destroy Samson. Hadi Choopan could be in the mix with those guys from a density and conditioning standpoint and a muscularity standpoint. Hadi can be in the mix with Ronnie and Phil and Roden, right? from a conditioning standpoint. Victor Martinez. I haven't seen that guy in a while. Yeah, it was good to see Colin. Good to see he is recovering and coming back after what he has been through, which was crazy. Yeah, I agree, Henry. I don't know why Samson is playing the size game because it's starting to distort his midsection. He just needs to stay where he's at, refine his physique, get rid of Milos, or I don't. If he worked with Hani Rambod, I think it's done. He's Mr. Olympia. But for some reason, he sticks with Milos because he feels like he's got to be loyal to Milos because Milos has had success with Samson. Obviously, they won Arnold Classic together. But sometimes a coach can only bring you so far. And Sebum did that. He changed coach, went to Hani Rambod and said, you know what, I'm 4-time Mr. Olympia Classic Physique champion. I want to be 5-time. He goes and switches it up. So you got to switch it up. But Samson is not doing it. So I don't know.
Well, I got to the chopper that was born. I've been training for this my whole life, Arnold. I thought about this question since last year, and I was like, truly, I have trained for this every day of my life. It's been a dream of mine to stand here in front of you and make a speech and win this show. Truly, I can't thank you enough for what you've done for bodybuilding. You're such an inspiration to me. And watching your documentary and reading your book, you remind me so much of myself, and I can be like more influenced by someone.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's give a big hand.
Yeah, Patrick would do wonders with Samson. He would dry him out. I don't know if Samson suffers enough with the cardio. I see Samson on his stories, and he's just kind of this. Hey guys, doing my cardio. Like he's not. Ronnie Coleman used to do 2 hours of cardio a day. Like these guys, I don't think they believe in cardio as much. I don't think Milos believes in cardio because they think you're going to get your legs too small or whatever. No, got to put in that work. You got to do the cardio. So, oh, that was Jody Boehm. That's who I was. She's a fellow Canadian. All right, we're gonna classic physique finals awards. We're gonna find out. I think we know what it's gonna be, but we'll see. Oh, I think they're gonna do wellness too. So if they do wellness, I'm taking a bathroom break. I think you're gonna do wellness awards.
With their classic wellness division, we're going to have our ladies back on stage.
Okay, I'm doing a washroom run. I will be right back, guys.
Come on out, ladies. Presenting the 6th place award is Uprising Mid 45, represented by Guy Sister Dino, IFBB Pro, and Mr. Mark Matty. The please take the sixth place award and present it to Anne Marie Goldie. Presenting the fifth place award, Mr. Michael Henderson, CEO of VetVac. Take the fifth place award and present it to Billy Wow.
I think this is the best I've ever seen Lily Dog. Condition, shape, just overall package. She did an amazing job tonight.
Presenting the fourth place award, Mr. Jeff Gardner and Mr. Ryan Gardner, representing Bucked Up. Head column, of course. Gentlemen, please take the fourth place award and present it to Brutus Serenich. Presenting the third place award, Mr. Phil Merrill, representing. Presenting the third place award, Mr. Phil Merrill, representing. Bill, please take the third place award and present it to Sandra, Colorado.
There it goes.
Presenting the second place award is Mr. Jim McMahon, CEO of Mutant, our title sponsor.
My old boss, Jim. Worked with Jim every day for 10 years. Awesome guy, man.
What about this evening? Isabel Pereira Nunez.
I knew it.
Call on your part.
If she came in just like the more condition, I think she did from the judging to finals tonight. She looked amazing.
Jim McMahon.
And it's up to be the standard though.
Thank you, Jim. And presenting your first place award, Mr. Paul Marchinaris, representing Celsius, our title sponsor. Paul, please take the first place award and the title of 2024 Arnold Classic Wellness Champ 2-year winner, Francielli Meadows.
Arnold Classic.
All right, so we got Classic Physique Finals awards coming up. We're going to find out if Vissers beats Dino or if Dino holds him off and reclaims his Arnold Classic title again. Yeah, Sterling, I mean, it looks to be, but you know what? Crazy stuff happens. We thought Hadi was going to win the Olympia last year. He didn't, so. Always love hearing these speeches here.
In training.
for this versus the bikini competition or the fitness competition or whatever?
Oh, I like watching these
Have
'cause-
such fantastic thighs and everything else.
He's practically like hitting on them.
So,
While
you know what I'm saying?
he,
I'm sitting down.
can't help it. He can't help it.
Yeah, sorry, Heather, but then it goes,
Uh,
so anyways, tell me exactly what's going on with the training.
First, I can't believe I'm here in front of my biggest bodybuilding idol. I dream with this moment. I'm very emotional because in 2020 I was here fighting for my pro card and I won. And today I'm here in front of you. It's a dream.
Thank you.
Uh,
yeah, that seems to be the consensus. A lot of you guys are saying in the chat that Samson's body looks better, but the lack of the conditioning is just, it's too much. And I agree. That's what I've been saying all along. It's just like Samson has a better physique than Hadi, shape-wise, top to bottom. But that density and the conditioning that Hadi brings is just, you can't, especially when you're in the front row and you see him in person, it's like it's a night and day. So I think that's why at the Olympia they're like, no, Hadi he's beating you in that conditioning and that density. His shape is good enough. So they gave Hadi the second place over, Samson getting third at the Olympia. So I think it's the same thing here. Hadi did what he had to do. He came in condition. He looked better than he did at the Olympia. He was more conditioned. His color was a little off, but whatever. And he should be the champ. Samson needs to do better. Samson needs to come in condition. He's conditioned, but he's not conditioned enough. It's very frustrating because you know what the potential of Samson is. The dude is huge. He reminds me a little bit of Ronnie Coleman, but he doesn't have the Ronnie Coleman conditioning. You can be huge like Ronnie at 295 on stage with the most shredded glutes in the world. That's what Ronnie did. That's why he's the 8-time Mr. Olympia. I don't think Samson can do that if he continues to bring that backside in like that. It just looks strange. Looks like you didn't finish your diet. All right. Classic Physique Awards.
I have Brazilians on the way to challenge.
Time is it? 6:30. Okay. Getting hungry, so about to eat here. This wraps up.
All right, gentlemen on stage, folks, before we get to our top 6, in the very prestigious Best Poser Award being presented here tonight. And that will be presented by
Brion.
Arnold Schwarzenegger and his son, Christopher.
I think that goes to Brion. Maybe what Vissers? I don't know. I would say Brion, most likely. Best Poser Award.
So do it now. Do it. Your best poser award goes to Callout.
Oh, that's a. I mean, Urca's a good poser. Not, I mean, I could see it, but I thought Brion would totally take that. A little shocked there. Brion was like ready. He was ready to go get the award, and then he's like, "No."
How much training did you do for the posing? Because you had really extraordinary posing every year. And I know that you must have been training a lot, practicing a lot. You have an unbelievable vacuum, great abs, and it's just every pose just is perfect. And you don't do the shaking like some of the guys do in order. So I mean, how long do you train every day for posing?
I mean, danke Arnold erstmal. Thank you, Arnold. Yeah, posing for me is it's much more. Maybe it's not getting like judged or something, but it's so cool to see the reaction of the crowd, and it's an entertainment point for me. And I hope the following generation also get a big impact in the actual posing. I train it every day, every morning. I work together with my mom. She's a ballerina, and she was a ballerina, and it's just our little project, and it's our thing, and that's what makes us happy. And it's just unbelievable to see the crowd reaction when you put in so much work to something. And at the end of the day, it's cool to have two of them at home. Thank you guys. Love.
He won last year. I didn't realize that.
My son Christopher and I, we were sitting up there in front and we were saying, what a perfect posing routine. So anyway, congratulations. Okay, let's give him a big hand again.
Yeah, it seems a lot of you guys are saying that you're noticing his midsection.
I'll do it as well. Huh? What are you talking?
Okay, now I lost my train of thought. So I guess Ursa won that best poser award last time too. Yeah, the consensus is Samson's midsection is getting a little bit out of control in some shots.
All right, Grant, please take the sixth place award and present it to.
I don't know who's getting this. Damian Patrick. Okay. And that's what I said. I said that in a video, and then Samson's wife DMs me on Instagram and was like, "You don't know what you're talking about. He's good." I'm like, chill out, Jesus. Does Samson know you're doing this? I was like shocked that she did that. That she's so sensitive. That she would take the time to write a huge paragraph to me. Michael's in fifth.
Michael the Bull.
Good job. Okay, fourth. Is it going to be Brion or is it going to be Ursa? Man, I don't know. I think it's
Presenting the fourth place.
I think it's Brion because they like Ursa and he's more marketable, and I don't know. I don't know what the judges are going to do here, guys. I want Brion in that there.
Fourth place award and presented to Brion Ansley.
I was right. I knew it. It's exactly what I just said there, guys. It's the marketing. They like Ursa more. They just that's not good, but he's not happy. He's barely posing there. It's like, oh, this is bullshit. Bullshit.
Presenting the third place award, Mr. Stefan.
A lot of politics at play, guys. It's like, what's better for the sport? Ursa or Brion?
Stefan, please take the third place award.
But Ursa did look good, though. It's not like he didn't look. Yeah. He does. Brion is bow-legged. Yes, he is. Agreed.
Speak now. Predictions.
It's clear that Ramon has won the show.
Ramon and then Wesley. I just don't think there's any way.
Anything else will be an upset now. Okay. But like I said, I would understand it, but it would be an upset. I mean, Ramon is defending champion, second at the Olympics.
Yeah.
Bellingham was last year. There's no way around it. I didn't say that it was clear first.
Presenting the third place award. I'm sorry, presenting the second.
Oh, I was like, what the hell's going on?
Title sponsor Celsius. Once again, Mr. Paul Marcianis. No? Out there. There he is. Thank you, Paul. Please take the second place award and present it to your runner-up this evening,
Wesley.
Ramon, Dino.
Oh.
Whoa, guys. Huge, shocking break. Wow. Wow. Shocked.
Wesley's very good.
Wow.
Great competition. I just thought.
I tell you this, I said.
Brazilian fans are going to go insane.
Big hand for your runner-up, Ramon, Dino.
Wow.
Look for me like was clear Ramon.
Look at the faces of the fans. They're like, what?
First place award, once again.
Hey, I was like, I want Vissers to win. I was like, I like his physique. It looks better in a sense, but I thought Ramon improved at the finals here. So good job, Wesley, man.
Title of 2024 Arnold
That's
Classic Physique.
so happy for him, man. He's the Arnold Classic champ, man. Wow.
One thing's for sure. Chris isn't gonna be able to outsize
Wow.
because Chris is always a little bit taller than
And Vissers compares better to Sebum.
I'm telling you, this is the.
It's not super shocking, but it's like okay.
He looked way.
The judges, if you want to say the judges are political and with the fan base, not so much. You can't use that card here.
Yeah, I mean, it's an upset, but.
You know what though? I'll go back to what I said earlier. I thought Ramon was gonna win, but I'm kind of happy Wesley won only because the Olympia is gonna be wild now.
Wow. Ramon looks devastated. I would be, man. You fight so hard for that.
Supermarket. But then you guys, when I watched you pose today, the first thing that came to my mind was this guy reminds me a little bit of Lou Ferrigno. When I met Lou Ferrigno back in 1972, right after he won the Mr. Universe contest, Mr. America contest, he had this kind of a physique. He had wide shoulders, narrow waist. His posing was kind of the same in great poses. His lat spread.
I thought Arnold was gonna say he looked like Arnold.
Has anyone ever said to you that you remind him of Lou Ferrigno? Yeah. Am I the first one?
You're one of the first ones, but I can see the comparison because I'm tall as well, just like Lou was back in the day. And I've, of course, watched Pumping Iron a lot of times. And both of your physiques are truly up there with my ultimate idol, how a physique should look as a true golden era physique. So thank you for the compliment.
Thank you very much. You look fantastic. It was a huge upset, I know. But that's what happens in bodybuilding, right? We win a few, we lose a few. This is just the way it is. And anyway, congratulations again, all of you, for the great work that you're doing. Congratulations.
Big upset. Wow.
Congratulations.
Well, there it is.
You called it, Dennis. You had a
Yeah.
very classic look.
I don't think Dennis called it.
No, he should have.
Fuad can't even let Dennis have it. Like, come on. This is why I tell you guys about Fuad. Do you see it a little bit? He's a little bit. It's just.
I can see Wesley.
I don't know about that. But anyways.
Watch it off stage.
Is it that different between what we're watching on the screen? I mean, obviously, the screen's different.
Wow.
Is it drastically different?
Because you see things that you don't see. Here.
I can see the Brazilian fans trolling Wesley's Instagram now.
You remember that?
Yeah.
And it's just I was so impressed with him.
I was just thought if, for announcing purposes, it'd be cool to be sitting by the judges. So we can see what they say.
Hey, thanks, Brian. There's a reason why I said my opinion of Fuad isn't the greatest, and I'm not the only one in the scene and the throughout the IFBB that has that opinion of him. It's like it's not anything new. Even Dave Palumbo went at Fuad. Like they think he's not. I'm not saying Dave Palumbo's a saint or anything, but it's just like Fuad rubs people the wrong way.
What he's doing, whatever these guys did back in the days, he's hiding his weakness in his poses, and he just shows it.
Yeah, I agree, Douglas.
Finally his condition, and it finally pays off. And it's good to see that no one is safe. Even if you're the reigning champ, even if you're better than you were last year, even then you're never safe. And that will give. I think that will. I don't know if Chris is going to be worried about Wesley, but I think he's going to shake it up just a little bit because
we all knew Vissers had the potential to get there, like we did. But it was always the quads are too skinny, the squads are too skinny, and then it looks like he's finally brought him up a little bit.
It's going to be nice to see somebody else challenge.
And I think maybe it's because they increased the weight cap that he had the potential to put on a little bit more size.
And this is no knock against Ramon. He was closer this year for sure. But I don't know if Ramon can beat Chris, if Chris is 100%. So this is a new challenge for Chris now to see somebody else stand next to him.
I think if we had a camera on the two of you and they made that announcement, you both were like,
I was just
shocked.
almost knocked you off your chair.
Shocked.
I mean, if
And I think-
Wesley could improve, where could he improve to compare to Chris?
I don't think there's any way he can improve because right now this is his perfect physique.
No, Wesley needs to bring up his quads if he wants to beat Chris Bumstead. Come on, Dennis.
And, like I said this morning, when I looked at him next to Ramon, it looked closer. Tonight, it looked like Ramon is, especially when they did the top two call out, and I was like, yeah, that's Ramon, because now I'm judging the floor with a physique,
Right.
small waist.
Yes, and that's what I thought why Ramon was going to win. Yeah, I'm in agreement with Dennis's thought process here.
Conditioning was that much more impressive. Like you see all the detail.
You see everything on this.
Yeah.
You saw
Okay,
everything.
that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, that can make a big difference.
Well, we've got another day to go. That's coming up tomorrow. Before we do that, I want to say, final thoughts, and I'll start with you, Janet. Final thoughts, what we saw tonight, what was.
I don't care what Janet has to say. So, good show. Controversy already. Lots of disappointments in the men's open bodybuilding, to say the least. It's going to be interesting. Hadi always seems to be able to come in a little bit better in the night show, or at least keep the same conditioning. Samson always seems to be able to tighten up a little bit for the night show. So we're going to see tomorrow what happens. I still think it's a toss-up of who the judges are going to pick. I would think Hadi should win. But look what just happened. And from a conditioning standpoint, from the back at least, Ramon was more conditioned than Vissers. So if this is the trend line going into the open, a less conditioned Samson with better shape, like Vissers has better classic shape than Ramon, is that a sign that they're going to go with the more classic aesthetic look versus conditioning? Yes, Vissers was just as shredded from the front as Ramon was for the most part. But from the back, lower half down, the upper back, I think they're on par. But the lower half, hamstrings and glutes on Vissers, Ramon beat him. And so we'll see what happens there, guys. Yeah, I agree. Hercules is like, she asked a good question. Is there anything that Vissers can improve on? And Dennis like, no, he's perfect. He doesn't do nothing. What are you talking about? You can always improve. You didn't mention the legs on Vissers? So, yeah, it's these guys sometimes, I don't know. Yeah, Sean Ray was good. Sean Ray's kind of says it like it is, which I like. Phil Heath is good at it. I'd rather have Phil Heath sitting where Fuad is right now than Fuad doing this shit right now. And I don't know why they have Fuad because of the podcast. They think because his podcast is good, they have to have Fuad commentate. But I don't know. His podcast is okay. It's just not the biggest podcast out there. But I guess they want him up there. Dennis James, he's okay. I don't really mind Dennis too much. He's more practical than Fuad with his commentary. Yeah, like guys, what if Wesley beats C-Bum this year? Because you have to pass the torch. You're right, and usually it's good. It's a good way to do it when you can take out the champ and solidify yourself as the true winner, not C-Bum retires and then Wesley comes back in 2025 and then he wins because C-Bum's gone. That's the worst way to do it. You want to take out the champ, just like Jay Cutler took out Ronnie. You're right. So, Phil Heath took out Jay. You want to knock the champ down. So they may be setting that up. Seven p.m. Eastern time, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is when we'll go live again, guys. Man, I appreciate it. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like the video here, and we will come back live tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Appreciate you guys watching this with me, and appreciate the donations, everyone. Brion, Laugh, F1, all the donations are really, really, man, I'm super grateful for that. And I'll be back. I had a great time chatting with you guys. This was a good prejudging and finals so far. Lighting is good. The stream is good. So far, so good. All right, you guys enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will shut down for the night. Peace.